It's your girl Nikki St. Clair, and I'm back again with another video. I'm gonna make this really short and sweet because it's been a long day, and I just had to get online with you guys and really say something. Um, I really wanted to tell you that sometimes God will set you up for a blessing. Sometimes it's not what it looks like. Sometimes things will happen and God will create a need or create a situation where it looks like you're in lack so that someone who's able can step up and pull you out and pull you up to the next level. And I wanted to tell you that this is my testimony. You guys, I was working at a department store and I was promoted to cosmetics. Once I got to cosmetics, I've sold my ass off for a very popular brand. And those old ladies loved me. They loved my chocolate ass, selling them high price, expensive face cream. They lived up the hills. They came from near and far. Even beautiful, small little Asian ladies would come and purchase $700 face creams from me. You know why? Because I was real and I wanted to give them the best service and they appreciated me. I was just me. And they gravitated to me and they bought from me. And when they came back, they looked for me. When felt like they wanted to be down to earth, I had a lady, she was 80 years old. She said that she was a teacher living in Palos Verdes, that her house was $30,000. Okay? And she just was real with me, and spoke and just said, if it were now, I couldn't afford anything. I'm rambling. But my whole thing is when you have the favor of God on your life, things happen. And when they happen, I know you probably say, well, why is this happening to me? Here I was, the only black girl working for this makeup, cosmetic, skincare line that is well known and shopped by whites and Asians. But they purchased from me. And the favor was on me. And my boss, she didn't like it. And then when the numbers came, I was exceeding her. Do you see what I'm saying? So she threw me in the back. Threw me in the back and made me do stock. Made me call customers, hoping that my numbers would fall. I'm so sorry. It's late, but I had to get this out. I began to be so stressed out. And her word was law, so whatever she complained to the higher ups about, they came down on me. And because of that, I got sick with stress. And I was forced to leave. It was either I was going to leave or they were going to fire me for whatever the reason, right? So I left. And I left in a very fragile state because I was young and I tried to do everything right. I tried to kiss ass. I tried to be happy and be joyful. And anyone in the cosmetic world knows that if something's going on at your counter and you're new and the counter manager is going to lunch with the other counter managers, it's a wrap. Your name is sullied. Okay? So, boom. Now, I went from clothes, then I was elevated to cosmetics. I learned how to sell. I learned products, what different products did. I even got some training in cosmetics makeup application. Even though that was not their number one thing, they did carry cosmetics and fragrances. So I had all of this training, but it was time for me to go. And there was a shifting that took place, and I was no longer there. Then the next thing I did was I'm out. I'm out on disability. I mean, super stressed. Like, I'm on all these antidepressants. I'm getting away from these antidepressants. I wasn't sleeping. It was just horrible what I was going through. But I had made up in my mind that I needed a job. I needed something. And I just wasn't strong enough to go back to retail. So I began to work 3 jobs. I worked at the beauty supply down the street. I worked at Domino's Pizza, delivering pizza. I would dress like a boy, no makeup, hat down low, big baggy Domino's Pizza clothes, and I would be driving all over Inglewood making those tips. Daytime, or in between time, I started working at 24-hour fitness gym. I want you to know, you guys, stay with me. I was tired. I was young, but I was tired. I didn't know where I was going. I was walking blindly, y'all. And there would be times where I get in the car after delivering pizza and I would just cry. And cry and cry and cry some more. And but I said, you know what? I need a job. So I got a job. Someone vouched for me to get a job at 24-hour fitness because I would come up there all the time. And they gave me the job. And even though I was depressed, something said, Nicole, you're going to do your makeup every day. Every day you work, you're going to walk in with pride, with your head held high, and you're going to put your makeup on, and you're going to smile. And that's what I did, no matter how I was feeling inside. And you guys, I did that for months on end. And then we're talking about a setup for a blessing. You hear me? This is what this video is about. So I'm checking people in. And this wonderful lady comes in and she just says, I love your makeup. Are you into cosmetics? And I told her, yeah, I worked for blah, blah, blah at blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, I have to have you on my floor. I need your information. And I need to interview you. Needless to say, I got an interview for Mac. My dream job. You guys, this is like early 2000s. When you went to Mac, It's like you made it. That's like the Yale of beauty, you guys, of cosmetics in our mind. You know, when you're young, you know, you see all the girls, they look cute, their faces beat, they wear black every day, they go out for cocktails after work. They are snatched, they are on point, and they look fucking fabulous. And for her to see that potential in me was just electrifying to me. And I never thought in a million years, I said, I don't know where my life is going. I'm delivering pizzas. I went from working at this beautiful, luxurious department store to delivering pizza and checking people in at the gym. And I was really, really bummed about it. But I want you to know that it was a setup for a blessing. And it wasn't what it looked like. So I aced the interview. And I was getting paid, you guys. Cosmetic world pays. I had full on benefits. I got paid every week. Every week. And God just showed up and showed out. Now, once I got there, I realized my makeup applications they needed a lot of improvement. The way that it was told to me was because of my selling ability and the fact that I already knew how to sell, I could always improve on being an artist. And at first I was very discouraged. The girls did not really take a liking to me. You know, first of all, I was the darkest one there. I was the chubbiest one there. I didn't have all kind of tattoos all over my body and nose and lip piercings. And I was me. And at that time, I really did not know who me was. And it seemed like they all knew who they were. My confidence was not up to up there. It just wasn't. I did not know how to do makeup on the level that they knew how to. I just wasn't getting it. And on my break, I would go to my car and I would cry. And I cry and I cry and I cry. I cry my lashes off. I cry, cry, cry. And I say, God, please help me. Please help me to learn how to do makeup better, how to blend better. God, please help me because you gave me this job and you didn't bring me this far to leave me. You didn't bring me this far for me to fail, to be made embarrassed. Well, just so you know, God blessed. And I practiced. And I even had people coming in and asking for me. I even got promoted to another store. And they came in and they asked for me. And I was $70,000 over my goal for MAC. And I was at the top of my game. And I was also a captain, right, for the AIDS walk, right? And I just felt so proud of myself. And I said, God, look at God. And then I made one mistake. I walked out with my brush belt on. Now, here I'm thinking my brush belt is empty. There's not near a brush in there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's not near any sales merchandise in there. So I thought. But as I went to the car, I wasn't even on my break, you guys. I just was going to the car to get more stuff to get poster boards for an event that was coming up so that I could decorate. We had billboards in the office, and I wanted to build my corner for the AIDS walk. And as I walked out, the alarms went off and the door locked. And guess what? I took off my brush belt and they found one tiny lip gloss in my pouch. Well, there's an upstairs downstairs to the department store. So I would bring stock from upstairs and take it downstairs. Why was I downstairs? I was downstairs because the girls upstairs did not treat me well. I was the only black girl there. Again, dark skinned, chubby, had just been transferred to that particular location. And they treated me bad. And I ended up going downstairs to the juniors department. And I loved it. I had my own music. I had my own section. It was my own world. And I worked it, you guys. When I say it was a setup for a blessing that they did not like me upstairs, it came time for corporate to come to the location, you guys. Corporate came to the location and began to sit down with each and every one of them girls. And I want to say 5 of them were laid off. You know why? Because they didn't sell enough. It was too much competition upstairs, but they were so busy trying to segregate themselves from me and treat me like shit. Sorry, I'm getting upset. They were so busy trying to segregate themselves and treat me like shit that they set their own selves up. So many of the girls left the counter crying, didn't know what they were going to do because they had been laid off. So when they called me seeing all these girls walking away crying, I'm like, oh shit. I was thinking to myself, I said, I was the last one hired. So I know it's a wrap for me. The girls don't like me. I'm down here by myself. I'm making friends with the customers. And I know it's about to be a wrap for me. Because I'm thinking the majority rules. But the honest truth was the dollar ruled. I brought in $70,000 over my goal, you guys. Because the people that will go downstairs wouldn't do shit but read or just sit there. They didn't sell. They didn't set the atmosphere for selling. Me, I came in downstairs by myself every day. Headband on, glitter on my eyes, face beat, organizing stuff, playing dance hall music, bringing the attitude that I'm fly and I know you want to be fly like me. And it exuded, that energy exuded across the department. I played funky stuff like the brand new heavies, and then I would play, you know, reggae dancehall music, and then I would slow it down with some Tidra Moses, and people were drawn, and they purchased from me, and they loved me, and I loved being downstairs. And even though the goal would some days only be $150, I would go upstairs with my numbers to call them in. And I made $1,100 that day. I made $1,500 that day. I had my African brothers and sisters come look for me and purchase a shitload of stuff to take back to Africa to their people. So I would have a sale for $5,500. And that's just one transaction. So I'm saying this to say that a lot of times when you have favor in your life, God already knew who you were when he made you before you were even made. And he always will see you through. And a lot of times, like I said, I didn't know where I was going. I said, God, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm here. I'm delivering these pizzas, God. This ain't even me. I'm getting fleas bitten up on my legs from walking across the grass late at night, going to 71st Place instead of 71st Street, walking into people's backyard. I could have got my head blown off, you guys. I'm going to motels, delivering pizzas with hoes in the bed, and the pimp is answering the door for the pizzas. I'm dealing with drug addicts and drug dealers inviting me to come back. And when I say it built character, you guys. And God kept me and he covered me. And it made me say, you know what? Let me go get something else. Let me get a job. And let me tell you something. Working at the gym, that was the best thing I could have did for myself. When I worked at that gym, I had a free membership. I lost 40 pounds because I made friends that came through there. And even after work, I would work out. I would come up there and work out on my day off. I met trainers that helped me. I met wannabe trainers that helped me and told me what to do. And before I knew it, my body had taken form. My face dropped. I was small. My waist was small. I had body. And I didn't need no girdle. Okay? And I looked good. I felt good. I sold makeup like crazy. And I knew how to do makeup and apply it like never before. And I had my following. I had people that would look for me. I've had people to try to steal me from the counter. And I would think, now why would I want to leave Mac and come work for y'all? This is the best shit on the planet. I'm saying all of this to say that a lot of times we don't understand. And we have no clue. And we feel so defeated. And we feel like God has forgotten us. Sometimes it is a setback for a breakthrough, for a come up. It's not what it always looks like, you guys. It's not what it always looks like. And had I not left that job, first of all, had I not worked at blah, 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 I wouldn't have even been in the right place. Second of all, if I hadn't have been me and gave such good customer service with smiling and taking my customers on tour all around the store because I wanted them to have the best. Come on, let's go look at some shoes downstairs. Cause this is a badass dress, and you can't go to the party. I think I saw some Claire pumps. Let's go see them. Let's go try them on. I was seen, and my name back then was Star because they said I looked like Star Jones, but back then I was a star. People knew me. I was never in my department. They were constantly paging me to go back to my department because I was with customers and I walked them around that store and I made my own paycheck, you guys. And because of that, cosmetics noticed me. They knew my face. They knew I was always smiling. They knew I was always with a customer. And they pulled me from upstairs downstairs. And from downstairs, I got my experience. I got education. And from there, it's been on ever since. You're looking at somebody who no longer needs to stand behind a counter. If I wanted to, you guys, this is if I wanted to. I could open my own studio and just do makeup all day. And with the prices that these girls are charging, I can charge $30 less and still do well. This is how God set me up. I didn't have to go to no trade school. I didn't have to pay nobody $1,500 for some kit that they got from Alibaba for $200. I didn't have to do anything but just go with the flow that God had already planned out for me. But you know why? You know why God did that for me? Because I sacrificed. I said, I'm not going to be having no sex. I'm going to rededicate my life to Christ. And I did that when I was down there at the first cosmetic company. My mind was too big. I got too big for my britches. I said, I'm making big money up in here. People know me. I had a realtor come up to my realtor to come up to my job to show me some condos. And I was going to be the baddest 23-year-old. I'd already picked out my condo downtown, you guys, downtown LA. And it was going to only be $600 a month. Don't you know how I got that condo? I either could have sold it or held on to it. And it probably, I could be asking for quadruple the amount. And it probably could pay its own self off if I wanted to sublet. But I'm saying all of that to say I had my mind made up to go one way. But God had already worked it out for me. Even through all the tears, all of my fears, He was right there. So I'm just saying all of this to encourage somebody out there. Somebody feels discouraged. Somebody feels like God has truly forgotten about them, that they've forsaken them. And somebody's getting clowned somebody's saying, well, where's your God? You do all this praying. You do all this going to church. You do all this tithing. And where is your God? But I want to let you know that He's there. And He is going to shut the mouth of every naysayer, every hater. He's going to show up and show out for you, just like he did for me. You can't see it, you can't explain it, but you got to know that you know that you know who you're serving. He's omnipotent. He is the God of gods. He's the ruler of rulers and the King of kings. And I want to let you know that things can't happen to you without his permission. But he's always going to create a door. He's always going to make things happen on your behalf. Just like he did for me. I just didn't understand how I lost it all. And God replenished everything sevenfold. Do you understand what I'm saying? I remember being on the bus. On the bus, you guys. Getting off at 10. Catching a bus home. Walking home. Anything could have happened to me. Catching the bus to church. Asking people to take me home. And church people can be funny too. I had a person to tell me they hurried up and left early because they didn't feel like they wanted to take me home, y'all. And my feelings were so hurt. And I got up on that bus stop at 10:30 at night. And when I got back the next week, Pastor was very upset. And the very person that was avoiding taking me to church, I want y'all to know that someone in my family said God told them to buy me a car. Y'all hear what I'm saying? They took me to the lot and they purchased a brand new car off the Toyota lot for me. I didn't have no paperwork. I had paperwork, but I didn't have no notes, nothing. And in that brand new car, bought and paid for me, they lost their car and needed a ride home. And guess what? The God in me still took them home. Do you see what I'm saying? Because my blessings flow from up above. You may never ever get the recognition that you feel you deserve. You may never get a pat on the back. And they know you bomb. But they ain't gonna never give you that satisfaction. But guess what? It don't matter. Because your blessings flow from him. So you keep praising him, because when praises go up, blessings go down. You keep your prayer life. You stay connected, you guys. Because if you stay connected, all the blessings are, and stay rooted, planted like a tree, right? And you're sturdy and your roots are low, there's moisture. God's gonna give that moisture to the land, the nutrients to the land. And as long as you're planted like a tree, you're gonna receive the nurturing. You're gonna receive the moisture and the water and everything you need to grow, as long as you stay connected. Don't let people distract you. Don't let what it looks like distract you. Okay? Anyways, I'm Nikki St. Clair. God touched me to do this video because technically I'm ready to go down. I'm ready to lay down. But I could not come in here and lay down. See, I'm tired. Sorry. I couldn't come in here and lay down without ministering to somebody out there that feels discouraged and feels embarrassed and feels like, for what? For God. Why? Because we owe him everything. If he chooses not to bless us, he's done enough. He's brought us thus far. But he's not that kind of God that's going to leave you hanging. He going to have your back. every time. All right? Thank you so much for listening. You have a wonderful day or evening. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.